One. All right. Well, that's it. So here we are with Noah from the Discord, but you probably know him as Terminal. I guess that's how most people see you in the Discord, right?
Yeah. In every channel, in every crypto channel, I am with this name.
Uh huh. Okay. And then just before we got started, you said you were outside smoking a cigar, and because I like cigars, now we have to talk about cigars a little bit first.
Okay, tell me.
What what were you smoking?
Just a second. I will show you this. Sobrani. Ignore the big. Ignore
Oh,
the
okay.
picture.
Okay, I've never seen anything like I've never seen that. So they're like cigarettes.
Yeah, they say they are made in London. I don't
Oh,
know.
I see.
I
Uh-huh.
have no clue.
Do you like the big cigars, like the Churchill size
Yeah,
cigars?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I like it,
What do
but
you what
with a glass of wine.
with a glass of wine?
Yeah.
Okay. I like a little I can go with something sweet in the wine area or go with a what is that why am I drawing a blank on it? It's a whiskey, type of whiskey.
Bourbon.
Yeah, bourbon. Yep,
Yeah,
that's what it is.
I know.
Uh-huh. And that kind of goes
The
nice with it.
I got a friend, as I told you, in Indiana, and
Uh-huh.
him live nearby a bourbon factory. So him send me some whiskey from there is amazing. It's amazing.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah,
It's
and so
good.
you like it?
Yeah, it's good.
Now, I just got a couple of questions. You sent me some pictures earlier in the week,
Yeah.
and you were out on the water.
Yes.
What's the?
On
And there was one of the pictures that had a 23 in there. Does somebody have a birthday?
yeah. So I got a couple of apartments here in Romania, and I rent them with a 30% discount with Titano. And was this couple? We know him on the Discord by Paul Alb.
Paul who?
Al Alb. This is how you say, but in
Uh,
English is white.
oh, okay. Uh
Okay.
huh.
So his girlfriend Raluca, amazing girl. She had her birthday in that day,
I
and
see.
his plan was to ask her for be his wife.
Oh my goodness. Uh huh. To
Yeah, and
propose.
we organized the trip on the yacht. We had flowers, a lot of roses, champagne, of course,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why you saw those pictures. It was an amazing day, amazing couple, and honestly, I barely wait to go at their wedding.
Uh huh. And you've known them for a long time.
From Discord, I know Paul.
I see. Okay. And is also in Titano. I'm assuming is
Yes,
holding. Uh,
yeah.
and how
Now
long?
less money because some of them are on my wallet now.
Uh huh. Now, but you've been holding for how long? Titano.
21 December to last year.
Okay, so almost right from the very beginning.
Yeah, yeah.
How did how did it catch your eye? What was it that got you?
Yeah. Uh, I don't know if you know this story. Wayne knows. Most of the people knows. And look, I was like at my secondary house and just scrolling the coin market cap, just
Mm-hmm.
scrolling the cryptocurrency. Like nothing to do. I was bored. Okay, let's scroll. And then I saw the Titano. I liked the name.
Mm-hmm.
After that, the first thing that just to understand, I never do research on YouTube, but I was just curious about what people say about Titano. So the
Yeah.
first video was a woman. I don't remember her name, and she started to talk about okay, only FUD on that video, how negative it is, will die in 1 month, blah blah
Uh
blah.
huh.
You know this kind of
Yeah.
videos, okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
And she made me so happy that I just charged my card and invested in the Titano. I mean, I believe her too much.
So she convinced
Yeah,
you to do it.
yeah, but
Her
I
negativity
suppose,
convinced you.
yeah, but I suppose her video was not made to make people buy in this project. But
Uh huh.
I joined them, And since then, I can say with shame, I sold 3 Titano.
3
Yeah,
Titano.
yeah, was when the Dex was launched,
Uh-huh.
a lot of people, the FUD type, started to say, okay, don't work to sell, don't work that, don't work that, don't. And I tried 3 times, show them the proof on the Discord, one
Hmm.
Titano. I was so pissed off about that. I didn't like it, but I sold.
Because of one Titano.
No, it was 3 times. One, one, one. 3 Titano, man.
Oh, huh. Okay.
But I didn't want it to sell.
So you're a diamond hander.
I don't know if I am diamond hand, but honestly, I believe in the project. Not o- and I'm not talking about devs. Listen, I'm not talking about devs.
Hmm.
I'm talking about the people who are in the community.
Yep.
Community, not all of them, not all of them, of course, but some of them. So I believe in those people. For example, I believe in you, Tony. I believe
Hmm.
in you who organized those crazy contests.
Yeah. Hmm.
I believe that this kind of things are viral for any crypto project because not matter how good the devs will be,
Hmm.
they are humans. And if you have a bad community behind you, it will not work.
Sure.
It
I
will
mean,
not work.
if
Yeah.
people were hostile against you, you probably wouldn't be trying very hard to, you might think about cutting your losses or whatever and just moving on to something else if your community was
Yeah.
was garbage.
Yeah, because this team spend their whole time, you know, and what life teach me is that this is the only thing that you cannot buy, you cannot turn time back. So we must respect this work of them.
Hmm.
This is
I
how I
see.
feel.
I see you're proud of Titano because I can see on your keyboard
I put
on your.
because of no, I just put because of this. There is
Oh,
my
dear.
daughter picture.
I see.
No, I'm honest person. I don't want to lie. I found it in the computer and say it will be nice to be there
Oh,
instead of
okay,
my daughter.
gotcha. Maybe have like, but a lot of folks do a lot of Titano art. Matter of fact, the person for my website, the on YouTube, he's also from the community, and he did. I commissioned him to do some 3D artwork for it, and he did really well. So I'm using that work now on the YouTube channel. There's a lot of very talented folks there.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw, but we have exact. I wanted to pay a guy when Titano was all-time high in Titano
Hmm.
to make me a video promo for.
Uh huh.
I don't know if you know the game that I'm working on the game server.
No.
Okay, so I am the type who work individually. I don't care what the team do. So I work to a game server to create a place where people will be able to play and get paid with Titano straight from my wallet. I have a personal wallet at this particular point have like 1 million Titano,
Hmm.
and that wallet will be for reward the players.
Hmm. When does that start, or has it already?
No, I want it, but honestly, it's summer. I'm very busy because I got a lot of apartments to rent, and I don't trust a lot of people to handle this. So basically, I'm doing everything myself.
Hmm. So you
So,
have rental properties
yeah,
that you own, and then you rent out to other folks. That's how you
yeah,
earn earn your living?
no, no, this is what I do in the summer. This is not how I do earn my living. No,
I see. So,
I'm
uh,
living from crypto.
well, then you must be doing pretty good.
I have 100% portfolio in my last 3 years. Never lost
Uh,
a penny.
well, that's pretty good. Then we definitely need to talk offline.
Yeah, not a problem. Anytime.
Now, is that yacht that I saw in the pictures there? Is that yours?
No, that was not mine. That was from a best friend of me. His family, they are doing this sport like 30, 40 years. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
his father was even on the Discovery Channel. I mean, they
Oh.
are quite a famous family,
Uh-huh.
And he owed me a favor, and because my boat was rented that day,
Mm-hmm.
and Paul, the guy who talked with me, him changed the days. Him say that will come on 10 June after told me that will come in July. So this was the issue.
Mm-hmm.
I had everything ready for the second time for the July,
Yeah.
but after him called me, hey, look, the people from work cannot give me vacation in July, so it's going to be back on June. And I say, okay, I must handle it because I promise you. So I
Yeah.
try
Well,
to do my best.
you, that's all you can do is try your best. Sometimes
Yeah,
things just don't work out right the first time.
never, 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 never.
So all right, so let's just go back to you said that your roots in crypto are a couple years old. Are you
Yeah,
saying that you just got into it around 3 years ago? Or is that what you're saying
no,
that you?
no, 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 no. I just understood 3 years ago.
Uh
The
huh.
first time when I was in crypto, oh my God, I was a dumbass, man. I was almost similar with that guy who paid I don't know how many bitcoins for a pizza.
Uh huh.
I bought a domain for a website in 2011, and I bought it from that company. It was the first company who accepted Bitcoin
Mm-hmm.
in my country, and I say, okay, good deal. I had like eight, and after I had four more, 12 bitcoins. So in that period, if I remember correctly, was like maximum $100. All my
Yeah.
bitcoins, $100. I say, look, if I buy from these people and I have hosting service for the next 5 years, it will cost me 700 euros. Okay. If I pay in Bitcoin, it's less than $100. Okay, I'm smart. And I made the deal.
You spent
Yeah,
all your Bitcoin.
yeah,
And how many do you think you had? Do you know?
12.
Just 12. You had 12
Yeah,
Bitcoin.
yeah, yeah, 12. I didn't buy.
And what
I
year was
don't
this?
own any Bitcoin.
What year was it?
2011.
In 2011.
Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy. I know a
And
lot
some
of
of them
people.
I mined them.
Uh huh. Okay, so you're no stranger to computers also.
I'm not an expert, but everything I learned in my life, I learned it by myself. So
But what got
I
you
still,
interested in crypto? Like, how did you find the Bitcoin? What were you doing at that time? How old were you?
2009, I believe, on the half of 2009 was like 22 years old,
Mm-hmm.
something like this, 22 years old. And I don't know. I, if I remember correctly, I have a girl in the team who told me about, hey, look, they will make a crypto coin. I was like, what the hell is that? Hey, you can mine. Oh, cool. Let's
Mm-hmm.
see. I mean, my computer was like now is my always open. I the electrical company are grateful to me because I give them money, a
Yeah.
lot of them every month. And when I saw that, okay, my computer is open. Why don't try to mine this?
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't knew anything. Never read the white paper. Never understood what crypto could be in the future.
Were you
I
working
was,
at that time? Like, did you have a job?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
What
yeah.
were you doing at that time?
2009. I worked from when I had 17 years old, 17 years old. I was in a shipyard, if I
Uh huh.
remember. Yeah, I was in the shipyard. I was a welder. Welding.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, that
Yeah.
was my job in that period.
And did you teach that? Were you self-taught, or did you go to school for that?
The
They had a
none,
course or something?
none, none, no, no, no. I watched another people when they are welding, and I learned from them.
Amazing. So when you were
Yeah,
working in your own capacity, like you were self-employed, you were working for yourself, or did you work for a company when you were doing the welding?
I worked for a company. I was like a decade in that company. A
Uh-huh.
decade.
Wow. So did you ever get into like the underwater welding, or is this above
No,
sea level?
no. I was only above, above.
Uh-huh.
We made big ships who transport fuel, you know,
Yeah.
and the container ships. And beside welding, I learned the drawings, you know,
Hmm. Yeah.
the plans of construction. And I became like, I don't know this word in English. I assume it's blacksmith,
Yeah.
similar with blacksmith.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, put the component, put the handrail, put the ladder, and after welding myself. I was
Mm-hmm.
multitasking.
So let me just well first let me just tell you this. Here in the United States, we don't really have too many friends from Russia. And and I can tell you from myself, I'm 55 years old, but when I grew up, the images that I had in my head of Russia, uh, they did not include a nice looking living room with computers and
Bro, I am not a Russian.
okay, you're
Stop.
not Russian.
I am not a Russian. I'm not a Russian. I have nothing with the Russian people. We have young talent in our community. I am from Romania,
Okay, Romania.
not Russian.
Okay,
But I
gotcha.
learned, but they teach us in the school. In my
Uh-huh.
age, we never study English, but they teach us Russian.
I see. Uh-huh. Got it. Well, I like your accent. I'm always happy to have someone on the show with the Russian accent, and I think the girls probably like it too, huh? I don't know what it
Nah,
is. Yeah, they do. Yeah,
I don't see that I have Russian accent. I have.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Sounds like it. Uh-huh.
uh,
Yeah, I mean, I would say that in a second, but only because I saw Rocky, and then if you ever saw Rocky, he had Ivan
yeah, I
Drago
saw.
in there. Yeah, so yeah, and then the tall female that was there also. I forget what her name was, but
I don't remember actress and
uh-huh.
personage from the movies.
Yeah.
Sadly,
So you went from okay, so you were doing welding, and then you did
yes,
that for 10 years,
yes.
and it's like, your interest, your background, your interest, what is it do you think that prepared you for looking at crypto?
Look,
Because did you have like I don't know, just a knack or an affinity for finance? I mean, or does
no,
your brain
look.
just work that way?
Can I explain a bit?
Yeah.
It will take like 5 minutes maximum. So, I worked as a welder, as a blacksmith. After that, every time when I learn something, I was striving to change the job. So I left. I go to work. I like it to be a bartender, the job. So I was going, learn it again, this job. After that, became a waiter. I have a
Uh-huh.
long road, and in the end, I decided that after I finish it, my house, I decided that I must move. I just finished my house, and I say, okay, bye bye house. You are nice. I must move, and I move it like 300 kilometers away with a small bag with money on me, not so much, like 2 3K, and I started over there. After I was employer 2 times. I worked it for free. They didn't give me money, and I started to doing door to door sales.
Hmm.
Okay, then I understood the idea, and after that, after I saw that I can sell people almost anything, I don't know if you know the company Tor Option is a trading company. I joined it first time as the guy from the call center who is annoying and call you every day and tell you, "Hey, dude, I need your money in this."
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, I was the like that. And after 6 months, I made some. I studied. I paid some courses. some, I don't know, not courses, how you spell, some lesson, and
Hmm.
I started to become a broker in that company. And after that, I quit the job, opened my own company, and meanwhile, I saw what happened with the Bitcoin,
Hmm.
you know, and I saw
Yeah.
that price, the big price, and it was, oh, this is, and what made me to understand that crypto must be learned was in 2019. I don't know if you know Charlie Shrim
Mm-mm.
was one of the guy who created the first DEX for the Bitcoin.
Oh, I
Yeah,
don't.
and I listened a video of his interview, and after that, everything changed in my brain.
Hmm.
And a lot of reading because you must read to understand things. And
But it
I'm in
was
crypto.
so it was like you're thinking to yourself like, "Hey, this looks like a way out, like something that I could use to get ahead."
Oh, I was already retired when
Hmm.
I started. I retired at when I was 32 years old. 31, sorry.
And were you already
So
married with kids and a family at that
I
time?
was married, yes, but I didn't have kids. No,
Hmm. And now, but now you're a family man.
I always was a family man because every time when I started something, my purpose was to ensure something to my future family,
Hmm.
even if I didn't have them in that period.
But you did write to me not too long ago. You told me you had some daughters, and so I have daughters
Yeah,
also,
yeah,
and I imagine
they
they
are
give you
amazing.
uh, a lot of inspiration.
Yeah, and you know, I just talked with a friend 2 days ago and told him that when you have daughters, I mean, a girl,
Hmm.
when you come home tired, you know, my wife, she cook, she prepared the dinner, stuff like this, but she never had the opportunity to tell me first, hey, you have the food ready. Every time when I
Hmm.
go, Daddy, Daddy, your food is ready. Come and eat with us. You know, it's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah, I uh,
And
I, uh, I know exactly what you're saying.
uh, I believe this is the biggest blessing from the God, from in my life, from my opinion.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's not something you can really foresee before you have it. You know, it's like, I mean, I always
Ooh.
thought I would like to have kids. I thought that that would be, a good, and I always wanted a family. But it's not until you're heavily invested in that, that it really starts to present its full value.
I was accustomed with the kids
Hmm.
because my nephews they was raised by me, you know, almost the time. So and I wanted girl. When I we had the first daughter, I had one idea. I want to be a baby girl.
Uh huh.
I mean, I already knew what I wanted. And if God will bless me with a boy too, so be it. If not, God bless me with another girl. You know,
And that's what you got.
yeah. I
And ha-
not matter what I will have. You know,
hmm.
because my dream is to have 3 kids,
And now how old are they now?
2 and 4,
Oh, they're still young.
2 and 7 months, 4 and 6 months.
Oh, well, yeah, you're
Yeah,
having some good times then.
yeah,
Hmm.
amazing times.
My
With
youngest is
we,
9.
oh, God bless her.
Yeah, she's
She's
already, but she already thinks she's, the boss.
oh, don't worry, bro. My 2-year-old daughter, she believed that she is the boss too. So
Uh huh.
she tell me what to do. She tell me, okay, go to eat, wash your hands, sit down,
She tells you
okay.
to go wash your hands and sit down.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And she's
yeah,
2 years old.
yeah.
Oh, that's too
Last
much.
3 days ago, she made like seven puzzle for the kids between 4 and 6 years in 40 minutes,
Uh-huh.
all of them alone.
Wow.
I was like, oh my God, oh my God. But if I go, it probably will take me like 3 hours.
Uh-huh.
But the kids are different in these days. They got
You,
so much information.
you think she's a born leader?
What?
You think she's a born leader? Like a
Everyone is. Everyone is a born leader,
Yeah, well,
from
I
my
don't know where
opinion.
that's an interesting place you must live in over there. I should take you to my
Wh-
neighborhood.
Why?
It must be an interesting place that you live in if they're all born leaders. I should take you for a trip around my neighborhood.
Yeah, I understood that, but look, I believe that. Look, did you read Les Brown?
No, huh?
That guy has an amazing quote. There are winners, and there are people who are not know, who don't know how to win.
Hmm.
And I believe that everyone is born to be a leader, but some of them lose their way on the road. This is how I see it.
Yeah, I mean, you do until you don't, and that's just the way it is. You're
Yeah,
born with the capability, sure. What unlocks the potential? That's the thing. Somewhere in your life, maybe you meet a certain person, like you say, you hear something, it really resonates with you, and you've never heard it before, but it changes you. And or you maybe you listen to somebody like around here in the States, people have favorite authors also. They like motivational speakers, and sometimes they'll hear something like that just one time, but because they don't have someone in their life talking that way, it rings a bell. It opens up their mind. It's a starting place.
yeah, I know that. I know there are a lot of motivational speaker in your country. Too bad for them if they will come in my country, they will win no money.
Yeah.
Yeah, sad. The thing is that motivation is good. I don't get me wrong, is good because sometimes you need to hear the words that give you trust in yourself. But the most important thing I believe is the discipline. I believe is the ability to say no when everyone say yes.
Yep. I always tell my kids, the power of no.
Yeah, yeah. Because if you say all times, yes, I was like this before,
Mm-hmm.
Tony, you will lose a lot. You will lose a lot. And
Yep.
some of us pay for the things that we don't know yet. We pay with money, we pay with everything we have. This is how the life is, in my opinion.
But also too, when you're engaged in entrepreneurial
Yes.
activities, if you're used to earning your own living, that changes you profoundly. So when you're having to take care of all the details, that's a different story. And you're going to grow your growth factor is going to be much higher than I believe than if you're generally always working for somebody, because once you're done with your daily activities, you go home and you don't have anything else on your mind with regards to, the project, whereas if you have your own business like I do, it's always in your mind. It's always on your mind. You have to tend to it every day, just like it was one of your kids.
Yeah.
And
And if you allow me, I believe this will sound like a motivational speaker from America. But the thing is that when you have a job, you think that the month will end, and at the end of the month, you will have the paycheck. So your mind don't work anymore. You
yeah.
already are in that deep, deep comfort zone. When you don't have a job, you need to eat, you need to have a place where to sleep, then trust me, you will not sleep
Hmm.
and you will do whatever it takes to succeed.
That is exactly what was going through my head when I started my business 13 years ago, because I had three jobs at that time, and
I know
it
how it
was
feels.
yeah, and to quit those three jobs for my business, which wasn't making that much money.
Anything.
Yeah, it took a real leap of faith, but I think you'll agree with this. The thing that I kept saying to myself was that you can't serve more than one master, because if I'm trying to do four jobs all at once, there's no way I'm going to have time to do everything that I need to do for my business.
It's amazing. You read the Bible. Very nice.
So,
This is a Bible quote.
yeah, that's true. It's true. So I think that, and that was not something that came to me. I mean, I don't know where that came from, because I don't think that is an idea or a principle that I heard repeated over and over in my life. It's just that I felt it organically, like I was being pulled apart, like by taffy, with these four jobs, and I felt like my brain was going to rip into pieces. You know what I mean? And so you just
I
knew,
know.
like, at a very basic level, that I had to do something, and it had to be very drastic, and that I'd have to quit those three jobs and do everything I could for the business. But that's what I did, and it worked. Also, by the way, it did work, because it
Of course.
instantly puts you into survival mode. And where you're working every day, you're doing everything you have to do to make sure that it works. So
Yeah. You are like, how you say, relentless?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
relentless. Uh huh.
I was, when, before I started my company, first company, because I was bankrupt twice.
Uh
Okay.
huh.
After I came back, um, I learned it from, that way I'd say, I told you, sometimes you will pay with your own money to learn the
Yeah.
things that you were not willing to learn. So I was like working 72 hours, sleep one day, work again, 72.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I did to gather the money.
Mm-hmm.
And trust me, I live in a country who America consider very poor.
Yeah.
I mean, our minimal salary is like $400
For what
in
kind of
Romania.
time frame? $400
Yeah,
for what? A month
yeah,
or a
man.
week? For a
Yeah,
month.
yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
made 1 million in almost 1 million in 8 months.
With your own business.
Yeah,
Well, that's the only way
and
in my mind that
and
you
I
could do
lost
it.
all. Not a problem. But
Well, it's not an experience that you look forward to, but it does help you. I think I don't look at any of the experiences that have come along with having my own business and say, "Oh, I wish I never went through that," or "I wish I never did that," because those things they change you, they make you stronger, make you
yeah,
smarter, and if it is
and
making you smarter, you probably won't make that mistake too many more times.
exactly. And if you are looking too much in the past, how the hell you will see the future?
So, where do you think that you developed this mindset on your own through entrepreneurial activities, or did you have parents that drove these ideas into your head growing up, or anything like that?
No, my parents are great. My parents are amazing. They believe in God. This is the only thing that they teach me to believe in God.
Mm-hmm.
And my father, and now I write a book, and there I say many things. Wayne had a small preview about it. My father always told me to work. I must work, have kids, work again, go to retirement, die, and that's it.
Uh huh.
This is the essence of the life. This is what my so no. But I read it a lot of books.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't read poor stuffs. I mean, I read Norman Vincent Peale, for example, some books from your old president Donald Trump.
Uh-huh.
which he's a really smart guy.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing books. From Robert Kiyoshi,
Mm-hmm.
Americans.
Kiyosaki, yeah.
Kiyosaki, sorry, not
Mm-hmm.
my bad.
That's all right.
And a lot. I watched a lot of movies about entrepreneurship,
Mm-hmm.
about business, and I put on a paper things that I believe that are good and things that I believe are bad. So this is how I started. I mean, it's not a secret recipe. It's not nothing. It's just and
Yes, it's not a secret recipe, but at the same time, it's like unless you're engaged in doing these things, right? Then it's like I always have this favorite saying is like a lot of people around here in the states will say, "Oh, I was never that lucky," and I always say, "Well, you make your own luck, by the activities that you're engaged in." And so you also rewrite your education level also because your business is always going to offer you new opportunities to engage in ways you never have before. And your business is going to say, hey, this is what I need, and you're going to have to look at your business and say yes or no. And if you say no, then you're closing the door on an opportunity to learn something that might save your ass in just a few
yeah,
years because things, the economies change, and sometimes I think it's just a better course of action to say more yes, especially when it's difficult, to go ahead and get that experience under your belt. That way you have
yeah,
it in your arsenal because things change quickly.
yeah. It's true. I have a knowledge who about luck. The people who speak about luck. This guy had a lot of money from his parents. I
Hmm.
mean, his his mother is millionaire, and what him did spend the money on drugs,
Yeah.
have no future, live on the parents and stuff like that. It's not about luck. And the thing that drive me the most and still drive me every day is that I refuse, Tony, to die in this world, as I said on the Discord, without making any contribution to this humankind. I refuse. I mean, if I die tomorrow, I would regret a lot of things, you
Hmm.
know? That's why I try to hurry. I try to sleep less, like 5 hours per night.
Hmm.
And because I want to let a legacy to my kids. I don't know if it's something to laugh about it. Many people laugh when I say that, but I want my kids to be proud to say, "Hey, look, that was my father," and my nephew to say, "That was my grandfather." I don't know if you understand this.
Of course I
And I
do.
want
Yeah.
and I want to build an orphanage in the future
Hmm.
for the kids.
I lived in an orphanage for a while.
Yeah,
So
sad for
that
that.
it
Sorry
would
for
be a
that.
it would be a worthwhile pursuit.
Here in my country, government give money. They take 90% of the money, put in their pockets, and 10% give to the kids. No, I want to reach that level when I can take all. I don't need anything, but I want to teach those kids everything that I learned in my life: welding, blacksmith, to be a waiter, to be a bartender, broker, anything. How to sell, how to invest in crypto, how to code in Java, everything that I know, I want to pass to the next generation
I
because
think that is a natural response to your own liberation
yeah,
because and I see that a lot in people who are successful, and that they cannot live with themselves without giving back to the people who are just getting started, the people who want to do what they have done, but they're in their beginning stages, and so they offer their help in many different ways. It could be through a book, it could be through some kind of mentorship, or something like that. But what you're describing, I also feel it very deeply because when you experience firsthand, and the only word I can I think of that even comes close to explaining it is liberation. You know, when you're liberated from your stupidity, you know, when you're liberated from all these different roadblocks that you have in your life, you know, and you see that you can actually overcome them, and that there many of them are not even as hard as you thought they would be. They're certainly doable, not impossible. And it's like, you know, once you start to have this collection of experiences, you say, my gosh, you know, I have to help other people move through these difficult times, because it's possible, you know, and
Yeah,
it's just hard. It's hard to accept that people can live their entire lifetime without ever hitting their stride. You know,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
sad. It's sad to see that, but it does happen. I think more often than not. That's why there are so few people who are business owners. So few people that own a home, let alone two, three, or four or more. And so, you know, it seems like it's a well guarded secret to be successful, but that's, you know, only because there aren't that many people who are engaged in the pursuit relative to their population size. And
yeah,
so, you know, it sounds like you, just like me, you try to make it a part of your routine now before you die to try to pass some of this information on to other people so that they can do what you've done.
yeah, exactly. I believe uh, everything what is happening, what you said, is because first off of the educational system.
Hmm.
In every
It's
country,
it's
I
horrible.
believe in yours, in ours, is horrible, because they teach you from the start to work. Look what is happening now in the world. I mean, everything, from my opinion, and then I don't want to say anything else because another people on the Discord will say, "Hey, you are with conspiration theory and stuffs like this," and they are just annoying because they cannot see stuffs that are in front of them.
Yeah.
Everything what is happening right now have a purpose, and the biggest purpose is to the scale. Rich, middle, poor. The
Hmm.
middle, some will go up, some will go down, and we remain in the end rich and poor.
Hmm.
But
But you know, even in that, you know, like I would say, even through my movement in between the ceiling and the floor, you could even be closer to the floor than the ceiling and still have total fulfillment with what you're doing. And I think that that is the thing that I found,
yeah,
because, you know, once you know you're working towards the ceiling, you're doing the things that you need to do. You have a respect for time, and you know that there are things that you have to see. There's no shortcuts, you know, and sometimes a story has to play out, and it takes a little while, and you know, you have to develop some patience. But you know, I think that what I've seen for folks who are at least have their own businesses, but it's usually about 10 to 15 years before they start to see a real strong movement, is about an average, you know. So some people do it sooner, but it takes a while.
yeah, it takes.
And you know, but I think, you know, like that time, that time between, even those 10 years, if it took you 10 to 12, 11, I don't know, 13, 14, 15 years, so what? Those are amazing times in there, you know, because you get to realize things about yourself that you would never ever ever believe were even possible. And
Yeah, this is true.
you know, so like, you know, like today, you know, because of the efforts of our family, the missus and I we woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning, jumped on our motorcycles and took a nice ride through the country and stopped at a small place to have coffee and breakfast, you know. And it's like, you know, by 10 o'clock, we've already had an amazing experience. And, you know, we just never would have done that if we're still working for other people, helping them with their project or whatever it is, you know. And so, you know, we've been in it for 13 years now, and we fully understand the benefits of working hard for yourself,
Yeah, is
no
way
matter how
better
long it
because
takes.
yeah, because in the end, when you work for someone else, you will do that person. You will make that someone else rich.
Yeah. Well,
You will be
y-
paid like 10% from that money.
some people learn it quick. It sounds like you did too. You knew very quickly that you needed to work for yourself. It took me till I was over 40. So,
Oh yeah,
a late
yeah.
bloomer.
But now look, if I had never moved to the other city, and if I didn't change the jobs, that scenario where I worked on two jobs, 3 months,
Yeah.
no penny. I was not paid, man. Imagine.
Yeah.
I was scammed on
Yeah.
work, and some people are afraid about rug pull on the crypto. Come
Yeah.
on, join the real life, get a job, bro, get a job. And if I never had that moment in my life, probably I was
Yeah.
still working for someone else. So I'm grateful
Hmm.
for those two old employers because they scam me. I'm grateful to them, really.
Well, that's just like what I was saying earlier. Is that the difficult times you can't hate those things because they prepare you
Yeah,
for bigger challenges later, and you'll be very happy you had those.
yeah, yeah.
Because our story's a long one, and you still got a lot more time. So,
I hope so. I don't know.
well, how old are you now?
35.
Oh yeah, you got. I would give anything to be 35 again. But in a lot
May
of
I
ways,
know
yeah, it seems almost like yesterday in many ways.
how old are you, if I may know?
55.
Oh, same age like my father. Very nice.
Uh huh.
My
Yeah.
father
So,
has the same age like you.
oh yeah.
Yeah, 55.
And do you see a lot of your father?
Yeah, I see him. I just saw him 2 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look, the family are my parents, my wife's parents, and my kids.
Uh huh.
My aunt is a family, my cousin is a family. I consider everyone blood related a family.
Yeah.
This is how I do. So let's
And
talk
so,
about Titano. I'm curious. What
yeah.
do we have?
Okay. You said let's talk. You're curious about what? Tell me what specifically are you curious about?
About what questions you have about Titano?
Oh, I see. I thought you were asking me a question. Well, I mean, did you watch the AMA today that happened?
No,
Oh, you didn't?
no,
Okay.
I
I only
was
listened.
busy.
I listened to about a half an hour of it, but I couldn't. In the time that I was listening, they never got to anything that I hadn't already heard. So, but I think I understand that there's probably two big, two big projects that are getting ready to come to the forefront. So, do you know anything about those? About those? Some partnerships.
No, I just know about the liquid capital,
Yeah,
what
I
they
think
said.
that's one of them.
Yeah, the other one I don't know. Honestly, I stopped a bit to listen to Ama,
Hmm.
honestly, because as I told you, I'm a holder since the beginning. I believe in the team, but sometimes when they give the deadline,
Yeah.
the deadlines,
Uh huh.
and that don't happen, I get
Yeah.
angry. I'm not selling,
Yeah.
but I get angry. I don't
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
I don't like that. So that's why I decided to not listen Ama. I believe
Hmm.
we will survive this bear market. I believe Titano have the opportunity to change something, but the only issue is the deadlines. I
Yeah.
told to David to submit, okay, respect, and the Twitter marketing. Twitter marketing must improve.
Yeah. It's. I think that, that was my chief complaint also, which I had told to David. I said, David, I'm like, I just feel like, instead of giving deadlines, you tell people it'll be done when it's done,
Exactly. It will be
because
done when we'll be ready.
yeah,
Like this. Yeah.
but, you know, um, not everybody agrees with me. There's a long line of people that disagree.
Yeah, because some people are use it to live with this hype. It will
Yeah.
come, it will come. No. What I told them on the chat, okay, the decks will be listed on now is 27, 23. Okay, give it to 3 to 9 days more.
Hmm.
Okay, right. In July, it's good in July. Don't hype to go on the June
Yeah, I don't know.
because
I think too they've lost a few opportunities they can talk about the project that they're working on without giving deadlines. They can show you some screenshots of the work in progress. Yeah,
exactly that I said. Not matter if the people don't understand the code, but
yeah,
publish something to
yes,
see. I got this
yes,
error. Publish a picture with the error. Okay, I got this error. I need to fix it.
yep,
This
yep,
is the true transparency.
yep. Well, it
I will
seems
invite you
obvious
to
to
my
you.
Discord. I will invite you to my Discord to the game, and you will see every time when I have a problem,
Yeah,
this will be paused on because I have this and this and this issue, and I need to fix it. I cannot open the server without fixing this, and the people understand.
I
Who
think
don't
so.
understand, we leave. So be it.
Right, exactly. Which is why, like I don't do fancy stuff with the interviews, and they run as long as until we are done and we don't want to talk anymore. It's just like I'm not worried about how it looks. I'm more worried about what I want is for people to get to understand who their business partners are. So that they
Ex-
know who you are.
exactly. Because
So
in this moment, in this project, you are my business partner.
that's right.
Wayne is too. And Wayne is
Hmm.
an amazing guy, by the way, for those who didn't like how the Wayne talks. That
Oh,
guy is amazing, fellows.
you heard somebody complaining about the way he
Yeah,
talks?
yeah, 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 yeah.
I'll be darned. I didn't hear that. He was on the show. Did you know I had him on the show?
Of course, I listen entire show.
Okay. Oh, did you? Wasn't it
Come on,
great?
bro. You forgot I was from the first subscribers here.
Fantastic. You know
And
what?
with
We
7
had
accounts.
you had like almost oh, okay, that's right. I remember. Yeah. Well,
Trust me.
shoot, we almost had like 100 before there was even one video.
Yeah,
It was almost 100 before there was even one video. It was kind of crazy.
I don't know because I helped you with some. I got a lot of YouTube accounts. I got like 1K YouTube
Uh
accounts,
huh.
but I
Oh,
didn't
I
stay
see.
to play too much. So I used it what I had in my main computer and look
Uh huh.
link there.
I like having you guys from around the world on. I prefer. I want to get a good mix of those in there because we don't really have like an idea. As an American, I don't really have an idea what it's like to live in Romania or wherever you're from. And it's like a lot of people. Like I'm telling you, that when I was younger, and I would think about people that lived in Russia. I heard that they didn't have toilet paper. So I mean, your brain is full of all kinds of
Look,
misconceptions and
when my friend from Indiana came first time in Romania,
uh
his mother, God rest her in peace, told him, "Don't go over there because they will cut you, they
oh
will steal all your money, they will rape you, and they will throw you in the first wood."
yeah.
That guy came in the airport with the luggage and say, "Hey, bro, I'm here, but come to the airport and take me." Why, man? Bro, I'm scared.
I'm
About
scared.
what? I'm scared to go past the gate. Come on, dude, you are crazy. Come on. I was outside.
Uh-huh.
But if someone hit me, why the hell someone will hit you? I was like, what the hell is happening here? And I, him came in the end, and I was, the guy was like sweating, was, oh
Yeah.
my God.
Golly.
And ask him, dude, you are fine. And was like, hey, yeah. Everything seems so normal here. Yeah, it is. What the hell? I was like, bro, you will not die on the street. What the hell is wrong with you? Yeah,
We don't see that kind of stuff here. You know, we don't see that. We're so isolated in large part. I think.
yeah. You had your information in your country, the information in your country, bro.
I know.
I don't, and you got a lot of intelligence departments.
Yeah, they like it this
Sad.
way.
I know, I know,
That's
bro.
the way they like it. That's the way they want it. That's why they wanted. That's why they wanted Trump out so badly. They wanted to get rid of him, and they did.
Trust me, I was sad when Trump was not your country president.
Uh huh.
I was sad.
Well, a lot of people think he's coming back, so we'll see.
God help him.
We'll see.
And I will not go with that. God bless America. I will go. God bless Trump. Okay.
Well,
And you,
because
my friend.
it always extends beyond our borders, so there's so much influence beyond.
Yeah, but in the end, I believe that in any country, the president will not matter so much.
In what way?
We had a president in 1099 in our country who was like, everything right. I will go fix everything. After 6 months, him put his resign and say that his family is menace and him cannot fight with what the hell is happening in this country. So,
Uh huh.
and that
Yeah.
guy had a lot of money. So you cannot go with this. And the politics are crazy, bro. Look what's happening in this world. Come on.
Yeah. I know.
I mean, I'm I from 2017 to today, everything was a mess.
Yeah.
And this discussion we can have, but offline to not be streamed on YouTube. And I will tell you exactly why. Because if I continue all the discussion, probably majority of the Americans, because you have some you American people who are really patriots, they will hate me
Uh
and they
huh.
will say, "Oh, go Satan" or something like this, the devil. No,
I don't know. We have a large group. Well, our country seems to be split down the middle, so who knows what we got. You know, there's a lot of folks who seem to be very happy here, and we have a lot of folks that seem not to be very happy. And we have a lot of people who identify as patriots, and we have a lot of people who definitely do not identify as patriots. So,
yeah, I believe. But a question for you,
yeah,
Tony, even
yeah,
if it's your show, if you allow me.
sure.
How the things are looking in the world right now for you with the crypto space? Because I don't know if you know, we had a lot of people who came on the Discord with the crypto buying stuffs, with the everything will go. We will never have a bull run.
Yeah.
Always will stay bear market. What is your opinion about this? I'm curious.
Well, I think that a lot of the negativity that we hear in the crypto space is falsely generated or it's generated on purpose, but to bring about a certain outcome, not that it's the actual outcome. And I think that there's a lot of crooked businesses that know exactly how to manipulate people and get them to do things that the average person can't even think of doing. So, I don't pay too much attention to people who say it's going to the moon, and I don't spend too much
Uh,
attention to the people who say that it's going to all fall through the floor either. So, the fact of the matter is that with crypto, from my observations, and I've only been in crypto for about a year, but you have to have this
one yet?
volatility. Yeah, 1 year. That's it.
Okay.
And what I've seen is that it must be volatile. Without volatility, you cannot make money in crypto. And so you've got to weather the storms when they're here. You purchase when it's low, and you start moving as it moves up. You start to notice profits in your accounts. And you know, for me, I turned $25,000 into over 200,000 by working with a good number, maybe something like a 12 to 15 smaller crypto coins, and doing yield farming. And I had, you know, there were times where I definitely thought, oh wow, you know, this is really going to go into the crapper, you know, and it did, but for just a short period of time, and then came back up again. So, you know, the I'll try to wrap this, you know, long answer up here, but the fact of the matter is that if you look back at history, you want to look at Bitcoin. I mean, how many times have they said Bitcoin is finished? You know, that it's over.
Oh,
And
a lot of times.
yeah. And I mean, and so, you know, just a couple of months ago, it topped out at like 70 grand. So, yeah, I don't give it too much credence. And like you, I don't watch too much of that stuff. And sometimes, like you said, you know, if somebody's really going at it in a negative way, it makes you do the opposite thing because they're working so hard to get you, like, to change your mind. It seems odd, doesn't it, that they would put so much effort into getting you to think the opposite of what you would want.
Yeah,
So it's kind of suspect, you know.
yeah, because this is, I mean, look, even on the TV, a lot of fake news. I mean, something is happening.
Yeah.
The thing that guy was a guy, I don't remember his name. He came, I told you, without crypto dying and stuff like this. I asked
Uh huh.
him, okay, bro, if they are dying, why? Him said um the big players like Bill Gates and stuff like this,
Yeah. Yeah.
they want the crypto die because they don't believe on crypto. Hey, ask him, okay, if it's true, why Microsoft announced that Azure will migrate to IoT, Internet of Things, and will go to the Helium blockchain network? Because that is fake news. What fake news is on Microsoft's website? Are you blind? You don't know how to read? And everything that I say to him, he was like, okay, Dad, no, 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 no. With every valid argument, I was like, what the hell is happening with you guys? And the Moon Boys, those boys are amazing, bro. Are amazing. Every time in every project, when a project go up, oh guys, we go to Moon, Lambo, Ferrari, McLaren, don't matter what they are buying there. When the project go a bit, not much, only 5% to go rock scam,
Yeah. Uh huh.
coin, they've still the money.
Yeah. I don't
And
know. You know, they got their own agenda.
yeah, and I look now when the price try to stabilize a bit, try to increase, they're starting to sell, you know. And after I saw big players, big wallets, not so big, but around 800, 1K Titan, 1 million, 800K and 1 million Titano. They liquidate their accounts. In the moment when Titano will go, let's say 2-3 cent,
Yeah.
this will be decent for me. They will come to the Discord and they will cry that they had lost money
Yeah.
because we talked about this. If you remember the guy after the February incident, the play hack,
Uh huh.
were two guys who came on the Discord asking for the David and the team to give
Yeah.
him money.
Yeah.
If not, him will call his lawyers and stuffs like this. Will start. It will happening again because people don't understand that they will lose only when they sell.
Yeah. I.
And
It seems to be a concept that's lost on a lot of people.
and the volatility. Did you ever invested on stocks on options?
No, I have never.
Say thank you to the God. I have a friend and I told him, okay, him told me, hey, dude, I will go with some money over here. I will go in stocks and stuff. Okay, go. But listen to me, bro. You don't know what is about. Please don't invest in option because you have the chance to lose your money.
Mm-hmm.
It seems that we were not so good friends because him seemed offended by me
Yeah.
and told me that I believe that I'm too smart, and him invested 10K on stocks, but on options. If
Mm-hmm.
I remember correctly, was like gas, oil, pot 35. I don't know how you say PUT. I don't know how you read, but this was the idea. In 2 weeks was minus 99%,
Uh-huh.
and the position was closed automatically.
Wow.
And from 1K, him left with 1%.
Mm-hmm.
That is volatile, bro, not the crypto.
Well, like I just fall back on like what you said. You can't lose unless you sell it. Just hang on to it. You know, if the project's going to do well, if it happens a year later than what you thought it would happen, at least it still happens. So,
Yeah, and look in the past, we are quite stable. The price is
yeah.
quite fine, from my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I will have no issue if we'll stay with this price.
Yeah. I mean, I'm with you 100% there. Even if this stays under a penny for a year, 2 years, I really don't care.
because because of the bursts of the buybacks, stuff like this.
Yeah.
Uh, we had that max supply. They say it will be locked for 4 years, but they never said that that supply
Mm-hmm.
will stay 4 years. You know, it will
Yeah.
the supply will finish, and when supply will finish, of course the rebates will stop because
Mm-hmm.
the contract is locked for 4 years, right?
Yeah.
And then the price eventually will go up.
Yeah.
But when you joined the project,
I joined, it was already a couple of months old, I think 3 months old when I joined.
February,
Yeah, so it was already, I think, around 13 cents when I got in,
you joined it after the play hack,
just at the same time.
the same day.
Yeah.
Okay, Valentine's Day, very nice. You were
Mm-hmm.
in love with by the project. So
Yeah.
in the beginning, a lot of people when Titano was before the play hack, Titano was like 90 cents, 19 cents, and
Mm-hmm.
19, sorry, 19.
Yeah.
Okay,
I,
this is how I must
mm-hmm.
pronounce. And the people were, okay, oh my God, man, 1 year, Lamborghini, the mansion in Dubai. And some of us, like the exception,
Yeah.
said, guys, will not be so many holders 1 year here. Just remember, no, we're gonna hold. We're gonna when that hack came. One of the guy PM me, hey dude, I just sold fast, sell fast, sell. Why to sell? I just bought more because when the price go down, I invested 7K more.
Mm-hmm.
I just bought a big bag. You tell me to sell? Are you crazy? Oh, you made a mistake. It's a rug pull, stuff like this. Some people from the community, and they
Yeah.
left. The Moon and Lambo boys,
Yeah.
and they don't have Lambo anymore.
Well, I think that it's a mixture of, I don't know. I'm not put off with anything that's happening right now. To me, it's just, if I'm, what's happening with Titano is not happening in a vacuum. It's not like it's the only project that's gone down
Yeah,
90%. So, and and I'm very encouraged with the amount of effort and activity that's going into all these new use cases, and they're doing it. So I mean, it's not like they're sitting around waiting for things to change. They're changing it, and I think that one of the things that David has said that makes a lot of sense to me, and I believe that he and the team, the devs, I do think that they know this has to move in a few different directions. It's not just rebasing, and because the rebasing is going to be an issue at some point,
yeah,
and so there has to be something else also that is going on, and I see them engaged in that, and No, I mean I'm satisfied. I'm very satisfied with it, and I don't have any worries at all.
Yeah, and one of the things that will bring a lot of utility, as I told you, what I'm doing here, renting
Yeah.
properties for Titano, renting even the yacht for Titano with minus 30% discount, not forget, because this is very important.
Hmm.
Why I say it's very important? It's important for the customers and it's important for you as a owner because some people told me, hey, you just offer discounts. No, I'm not offering discounts because I keep those money in, and because of the rebates, I make way more money than I will make from the average dollar cost,
Hmm.
you know?
Yeah.
And the customers, let's say you stay 10 nights, you after you pay the buy fees, because I have right now a customer who was never in the project. But I told him, if you buy in this, I will give you this. Okay, how I'm doing this? He made the first time MetaMask and bought Swap BNB, made this, and him had like 180 bucks
Hmm.
total discount.
Yeah.
And with those 180 bucks, he was able from that discount to pay 2 more nights. And
Hmm.
because I didn't take those money because I told him, hey, you have 10 nights, you get 2 nights extra because him was like a big apartment. The price was big, was not the small one with low price.
Hmm.
And he was happy because at least him can go outside with the family on the restaurant to eat, let's say, 4 times
Hmm.
at the restaurant because of that discount.
Hmm.
And I am happy because in 2 months I will have double and more the money.
Yeah. Well, it anybody can get creative with their
Yeah,
crypto. And you don't have to use it. Like it's like I'll tell you one of the things that I do. Like I'm in the honey business. I don't know if you know that.
I
So
know, I know, I know, I know.
so
I
I
remember
I
that.
you take some of your crypto and you buy the product that your business offers and you sell it just like normal, but it's like you're getting that product for next to nothing, and sometimes really for nothing. So you're adding to your profit margin is improving using the crypto. You don't have to keep everything in crypto. There's a lot of different ways you can use your crypto earnings, and you don't have to totally rely on, because if you look at, like, I can look at honey, a drum of honey, and look at it just like I would look at a liquidity pool. It's really the same thing.
Yeah,
And so I'm actually, I think that crypto as a whole, I'm not worried about it going anywhere, because I think this is the people's liberation happening right here, and I just don't think it's going to go away. I just don't see it.
we will not go away, but will not. Yeah, it is people liberation at one point,
Hmm.
but that's why they are trying so much to regulate the crypto
Yep.
because what we can lose with this regulation will be the privacy.
Hmm. It could, but imagine
But
the
still,
people. Yeah,
But
but
still, man, imagine another things.
yeah.
Imagine if they will implement this, and I strongly believe the future is crypto.
Hmm.
And we will have this discussion. I told you off topic, and we can talk whenever you want. The thing is that the crypto, beside the thing that you will lose privacy, but
Hmm.
you will have some benefits. Corruption can disappear
Hmm.
because you pay taxes on the government. You will be able to see where your money are going, you know.
Hmm.
Another thing, in my country is a problem with doctors. You pay taxes, you pay the health insurance, but when you go to the doctors, you must put the hand in your pocket and give him extra money to offer you a decent treatment. In that moment, that doctor will be happy with one flower. If she's a woman, if he's not a woman, will. But this is the idea. A lot of things will disappear, and this is a good thing for me. Will not be you have a business. Okay, I have a business. The people who are working for me, I pay taxes for them, but I know people who bribe the government institution and they don't pay taxes for the people. And of course, their earnings are way, way higher than mine. They will need to pay the taxes.
I mean, you're
I
always
mean,
going to have that anyway. You're just never going to be able to change human nature. So,
yeah,
my main concern is that for the people that want something better, something that's tools that are more available, this is the avenue. It's a better avenue anyway than I think traditional fiat anyway.
yeah. I had when the war started with Ukraine. I don't want to go in more details. I had some money in euro, get ready in case of something to take my family away.
Yeah.
So I had a euro open an account. I had like 10K euros and I wanted to liquidate. I kept the money 1 year in the bank and I took back like 9K 680 euro. And I say, what the hell? Yeah, but you told me that you give me interest. Yeah, but look, you have this. And because you retrieve the money from the bank, you must pay this. And I keep the money 10K for what? 1 year? We get less. No, that's why it is way better than fiat. And at least inflation don't kill you so much.
But look at the tools that you have to move your money around, and you
Yeah,
can decide, hey, what investments do I want to take part in and which ones I don't want to. And I mean, it's totally in your control. And I think that's what most people should want. You don't need a middleman. You do it yourself.
yeah. And another thing, I got a crypto.com card, you know. I was I, I was going out with some friends, go to the party with my usual bank account, paid, until a moment a lady from the bank called me and asked me why I'm spending my money.
Is that right?
Yeah, in my country, this is what they are doing. Are you serious? Yeah, because you had a bigger transaction, you spent like 2K euros, and what is happening? Why are you spending so much? Lady, yes, this are my money. Why the hell?
Why do I
And
got to
after
explain to you?
I hang up, not a problem. After some days, I have the letter from the bank with a big paper to put me the cause why I spent those money, where I spend the. And now I'm going with crypto, and if I go, I pay, let's say, 3K. No one calls me to ask. No one, no. I'm so happy.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, my hope is that ultimately you won't need the bank. I
yeah,
mean, if you can buy all your goods and services with crypto, you don't need a bank.
yeah, this is what I believe.
So,
The only thing that they must, even for property buying, I mean, it's possible because then will be transaction hash. So you will not need the bank statement
yeah,
because you will have the transaction hash. Yeah, it's way better.
that's right. I mean, I think that there's always, I mean, look at for there's always going to be roadblocks in our way. Always. That's just the way the system works. And our job is to find our way around them, over them, under them, whatever you have to do, how to use them to your benefit, how to, you have to learn how to work with it because it's always going to be there. But look, if in the next half of our life, let's say that banks occupy, I don't know, 70% less of our experience, that's a plus. That's a good thing, you know? So I'm not looking for all or nothing. I just want some percentage of improvement. and I've already experienced that. So I'm all right with it. Especially for such a short time. It's taken me 13 years to build my business to get to the point where I have any kind of savings at all. With crypto, I didn't know anything about it, and within a year's time, I had already made a couple $100,000. I mean, I don't know where else you could do that.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
it's true.
honestly, I mean, I couldn't believe it. So, I
You
needed to
have
see
big
if.
taxes
Oh yeah, yeah.
for
There's
crypto.
eight. Yeah. Oh sure, 20%,
How much?
20.
10.
So, and
We
then
are
of
good.
course you're also paying taxes with your crypto. So you're getting double taxed in a lot of ways.
No, we have only 10%.
Oh yeah, 10%. That's it. And some places don't have any at
Yeah.
all.
Yes, I heard about Portugal.
Mm-hmm.
Germany have higher taxes, higher big taxes, like your country.
Uh-huh.
But look, it is way better. 10% in our country is like a dream. Look, if you work for someone, you pay 46% taxes. 46, not 30 like in America, if
Yeah.
I am not wrong. In
It's
Indiana, they
yeah.
pay 30%.
Mm-hmm.
So 46, man, is a lot.
Yeah, it's
And I
crazy.
see people who are crying. They worked a life, okay? Now they are living from crypto and they are trying to not give that 10%. Really? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you paid 46% a decade. Bro, it's only 10. Pay the tax, sleep like a baby.
That sounds like the people that I've met who were like, well, they're business people, friends of mine, and they don't take credit cards for their products. And I'm like, how can you do business without taking credit cards? Well, I don't want to pay the processing fees. I think that's horseshit. And I'm like, what do you mean? What are you talking about? You're going to get 40 to 50% more business, and as time goes by, more and more people are paying with credit cards. You have to take credit cards.
Yeah.
What are you worried about? 1%, 2%, even if it's 5%. So who cares? But
And but what they gonna do when the cash will disappear?
I don't know. I have no idea, brother. I don't know. I just what can you say
Because
when you
I
come into?
believe that cash will disappear soon.
Oh, of course. There's no question. I'm convinced of it. I'm just waiting.
A question about the COVID period.
Mm.
In a video of this Charlie Shrim who explained it something, him said something, and I don't know because in you had any sign where say that no cash allowed.
I never saw that.
You never saw that.
I never saw any signs like that. Mm-mm.
Him
But
put some picture from the Mac, Starbucks, and stuff like this where was no cash allowed, only
I never
credit
saw
card.
anything like that. But what I did see was a lot of the contactless credit card readers and things like that popping up once things started going. So they were making it so that you didn't have to hand your credit card to the person at the register.
Yeah,
Hmm.
in my country was like if you wanted to buy something, you order a product from the internet.
Uh,
If you want to pay cash, you pay more.
I mean, it's a good way to get rid of it. I could see that if you could scare enough people out of saying, "Oh, you're going to get this terrible disease by touching money." Yeah, I could see that would be one way for them to do it.
You had COVID?
I don't. I have never had COVID. I don't. I don't think I have gotten the flu before in the past, and it's always, it's always had its way with me. It's always tough for me,
I
and
didn't
so
believe I had
mhm,
either, but the doctor
yeah.
said that I had.
Oh yeah. Well,
I
I would. I don't place too much stock in what doctors say about COVID.
Yeah, but it was good because they give me green certificate, you know.
Uh huh.
The point was that I never catch cold,
Yeah.
you know. The only issue that I had was with my eyes. I had the surgery on both eyes, on left eye, sorry. And I was to the gym after 10 years to the gym. I work out like crazy. The second day, all my muscle was in pain. And my wife say, "Oh, you have pain. Maybe you got COVID." I don't have COVID. She called the ambulance. They come out. You have COVID. Staying home 2 weeks. The second day, I didn't have anything.
Yeah.
Only the first day. But they say that I got COVID, so I got the green certificate. Was good.
Uh-huh.
Was really good to use to buy stuff like this. But I don't know. I hope it ended. I hope will not come anything else. No monkey, no dinosaur, no T-Rex, no chicken,
Well,
nothing.
I just heard, I'm sorry to tell you this if you didn't hear it, but I just heard Joe Biden say a few days ago that there was going to be another pandemic.
Oh, it's okay. At least it means that they are creating it. Is
Exactly.
not is not a finished product. Very good. Very good.
Yeah,
Very good.
so they're still baking that cake.
Yeah, it will be, man. We have war. It's time for the COVID. After that, I don't know if I remember correctly, your country left military armament in Taliban to the Taliban's guys.
Oh yeah, uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Yeah, they say that are too sophisticated, but maybe those guys have Google and they learn to use it, and after that will became a terror. Yeah, I don't know. The world is crazy, bro.
It is a crazy place. I tell my family, all we got to try, we got all we can do is try to
Yeah,
build your a small little pocket in the midst of all
yeah,
this craziness. And but the thing is like you can do that. You can still have the life of your dreams, even in a world as crazy as this.
yeah, true.
You can still
But
do it. So you don't want to spend all your time crying.
I have it. I have it. I'm not crying. I have it. I'm enjoying my life every day. I told you I am grateful to the God for my family and stuffs. But what I don't like is the this fear that is spreading because of the mass media, because of the news on
Hmm.
pandemic, wars, terrorists, and God know what they will take out in the next half of year, probably.
Yeah.
Because people, when are afraid, are irrational.
Hmm.
And I saw people on the street. I saw them on the COVID period. I saw them when the war started. I mean, they were desperate, man.
Hmm.
A lot of desperate people. And when you look in a person's eyes, you can see when it's sad, and eyes with so much sadness I never saw in my life.
Hmm.
This is what I don't like
Well,
because,
yeah, they believe other people instead of.
yeah, yeah, even my father, I mean, when the COVID started, I started with my father, okay, we'll be fine. He was panicking.
Hmm.
I told him, okay, we'll stop the COVID, we'll finish in the February, March, not a problem, but something else, something bigger will start. This was the discussion from last year.
Hmm.
What's something bigger? I don't know, but I told you something bigger to spread fear in the people. The COVID will stay. Okay. You look on the TV, the Russia attacked Ukraine. Okay, it's bigger than COVID, right?
It's you know what's interesting. I don't know if you ever picked up on this, but I find that most people have a pretty negative attitude towards politicians in general, and they don't like talking about politics. They don't like to get involved with it. It's popular to say that you don't respect politicians. They have very low approval ratings, at least here in the United States, anyway. And yet, when COVID came, and the very same people that they say they disagree with almost across the board are telling them to be scared, telling them that they need to be vaccinated. They believe it 100%, wholesale. Everything that's coming out of
Yeah.
their mouth. All of a sudden, they don't distrust them anymore. Now they trust them, and I could never understand. It's like the very same people that you say you don't believe, now they're telling you that you're in danger and you believe it.
Yeah,
That got me. That just blew my mind.
this happening in my country too.
Hmm.
I believe everywhere happening. I
Yeah.
don't know. I mean, but that the main point is that those people. This is the only thing that I feel wrong about because you see, Tony, when I go outside, I'm a happy person. I laugh. I don't have nothing in mind. Sometimes I feel like a strange fellow when you go in a mass of the people. Everyone is
Yeah.
nervous, upset, and they starting to look at you with those eyes like you are abomination. You are a crazy alien on the earth. And my wife
Yeah.
the same. Look, hey, why the people look like? I mean, we were laughing, because we go to buy toilet paper and with no toilet paper in the entire supermarket. I went, what the hell? And I made a
Hmm.
joke. Maybe they have a stomach issue and they needed all the toilet paper. My wife started to laugh, and all the people were like this.
Yeah. Like you have three
Oh,
heads.
yeah, I went, okay, and we laughed. And the entire pandemic,
Hmm.
the only thing that I was grateful was the mask because I could laugh. I was able to laugh. No one see me, not a problem, joke. But no, it will come, I'm sure.
You know, the reason why they look at you that way is because you are a changed person. Um, I knew I met somebody who was in business before I started my business, and I got to hear him speak a few times, and he was just talking about how he felt like he was a totally different person after being an entrepreneur for I don't know, close to 20 years or something like that, and how he could never work for somebody again, and how he would never trade having all the responsibility for his life resting on his shoulders. He wouldn't trade that for anything. It wasn't a burden for him. It didn't matter. He preferred it. He didn't see it as a problem. It was a blessing. And he's
Yeah,
like, and once you're engaged in this kind of pursuit long enough, he said you'll be a changed person, and you're not going to feel like you belong in this world. And he was right. I did. It took me a while to get there, but I could say at 13 years, when your existence is totally dependent upon your ability to think and act, right? Where you don't have something to fall back on. It's not an extra, you know, it's not a person that you can go to and say, "Hey, I need some money." It's not a bank, "Hey, I need some money." When it's all happening because of what you do and the way you think, it changes you, and you're not scared and you're not put off by these people who are trying to scare everyone. You recognize it for what it is, and you just see it as not authentic and it doesn't concern you. And so, but at the same time, yeah, you start to realize that, wow, I feel like I'm a stranger in my own land.
yeah. And the thing is that, for example, when I started, I had something to land, you know, back, but I choose to not.
Hmm.
I mean, my father asked me, why you never asked me for help? Why should I? Bro, is my life, you know? Yeah,
Yep.
but you sold that because I was in a period when I didn't have money. I sold stuff.
Hmm.
Those are things, mate. They don't have any value. Yeah, but if you call me, no. The best thing is to not have anything to fall back
Yep.
because
That's right.
then you can be 100% focused on what you are doing. Because you know, if you fall back, you drown.
Hmm. That's the way it needs to be. You have to have both feet in the water. You can't just be standing there with your toe trying to gauge the temperature. Just jump in. Just get your feet wet. get those
Yeah.
experiences. Yeah, I mean, you're gonna need them, so you're gonna have to do it sooner or later. Get it over with. That's always been mine. But were you ever in the service by any chance? Did you ever join the military? Because you probably would have done very. Your personality comes across as somebody that is, well, like you were saying earlier. You were talking about responsibility. You were talking about
No.
fortitude, and a lot of people learn
I'm
those things in the military.
sports,
Sports, competition.
boxing,
Hmm.
and martial arts. No military. No,
Hmm.
I don't want it, and I never want.
Well, a lot of people never come into contact with those kinds of disciplines unless they join the military.
Ah,
And so for a lot of people, the military was like a blessing in disguise. Yeah, there's things you definitely, if you
you
could go
learn.
back, yeah, you learn. And so well, like anything, it's bittersweet. I was in the military, I did it, and my experiences are what I call bittersweet. Do you know what that means?
Yeah, I know what is bitter, and I know what is sweet. I know this
Yeah,
expression.
exactly. So
The,
but I think that it really helped me with my business.
this thing, what you say about discipline, I believe were two factors in my life. One was my father. My
Hmm.
father was a boxer, national champ. I
Ah.
mean, he made a lot, but the thing that made me way disciplined was, maybe you laugh, because when how is a father? He try to be tough, but you are his kid.
Hmm.
It still don't work so much, this toughness. But was the book from James Clevel, Shogun.
Oh,
Did you read
Shogun.
it? Yeah,
Mm-mm.
that mistake. Read it. After I read that book, I tried to be responsible. I was
Hmm.
a guy without any patience. In that book, I learned what it means to have patience and
Hmm.
stuff like that. That book, and after that, read it Gaijin, but was not on the same level. Was
Is this
way.
before your family? Or is this before your family?
I read Shogun at age of
Not okay. So yeah,
9 years old. I still have it. You must read because it's amazing. Oops,
put it on
just
my list.
this. Shogun, James Clevel.
Okay.
I will type you the name.
Oh, I
Is
I just wrote it down.
is amazing, bro. Is about history. Is from a guy from Netherlands. The ship go down. The ship. They reach Japan,
Hmm.
and this guy learn everything about honor, respect, and patience, discipline, and everything. And imagine a 9 years old kid to read this. It was like a movie, man. Was the This book was the best movie that I ever saw in my head. Trust me, it was.
But it spoke to you. There was something about it that resonated with you.
Yeah, and I saw in my eyes everything. And when I
Hmm.
go to the library to give back the book, she asked me, "Did you read it?" Yeah. "Did you understood something?" Of course. And she started to ask me question, and I believe she get mad because I knew all the question. And after she asked me what was the first question which Blackthorn asked Mariko, and she was like, af- after my answer, because my answer was Haikawaisu Koko-sama, which means yes, my dear translator lady.
Uh huh.
And this book made me to learn Japanese too.
So
I
well,
speak better than English.
you speak better
Way better.
Japanese than English.
Yes.
I'll be
I love.
darned.
I mean, even tattoos from my body are about Japan, bro.
Uh huh.
That is my heart.
Well, I don't think too many 9-year-olds are reading books like that. You're probably a rare personality, even though you might not think so. But I know, I've noticed a lot of entrepreneurs think that everybody is like them, but that has not been my observations.
No, I've
You're
read
part
it
of
a
a
lot.
rare breed.
I've read it a lot. I mean, I started to read some from when I was 8 years old. I
Hmm.
started school at 5 years old. They sent me earlier. I don't know why. Maybe they don't want me at home and say, okay, take this kid and go to school. And until I finished the elementary school, I don't know, elementary school have
Hmm.
8 grades.
Hmm.
Okay. I read it like 2000 books, something like this. I didn't have the TV. I didn't have the computer, bro. I didn't have
Hmm.
mobile. I mean, come on. We catch only one TV, you know.
So would say that Shogun was one of the first books that really influenced you, or was there something
The
else
first book
before
that
that?
I remember.
The first
I
one that you
know
can
I read
remember.
it. The other one I don't remember. But this
And
book is still engraved in my head.
uh-huh. And have you read it since then? Like, have you gone
No,
through it several
no,
times?
because I know
Hmm.
my wife just read it, and I ask her, is this?" Yeah, it's like this. Okay, I know the book. I mean,
Uh-huh.
I don't made something in my head this book and remained there. But the secondary one, what was really amazing was like I believe I was like 12 years old, and we have I don't know if you know the company Amway
Yeah,
is from America.
it's a multi-level marketing
Yeah,
company.
yeah, yeah, yeah. The okay.
Hmm.
So the sister of my godfather of my parents, she read the book was of Dale Carnegie or something like
Yeah,
this.
Dale
They,
Carnegie.
okay, how you read,
Hmm.
I don't know. And the book was like forget your thoughts and learn how to live, something like
Hmm.
this. And that book was the second one, which I remember exactly the same as Shogun.
Hmm. It
So
spoke
those
to you.
two,
Hmm.
yeah. Other books, barely remember,
Uh-huh.
barely remember. Except Donald Trump and Kiyosaki, why we want you to be rich.
Why we want
Except
you to
that,
be rich.
again, yeah. The book after 25 years, after I
Hmm.
reached the 25 years, I remember them. But from the my childhood, only Shogun and this book, nothing else.
My life took an abrupt turn after I read a book, and I started my business very shortly after that. And it was the deciding factor was the book. The book was Conversations with God, and it was it just opened me up. And there was the guy the book. It was this is a autobiography. It was by the author. He was somebody who was living on the streets. He was destitute. He had no home, no money, no nothing. He was living in a tent, and he was, in his opinion, a man of God. You know, somebody that he thought was a good person. And he was, you know, at the end of his ropes, and he was asking God this question: Why? When do I get mine? You know, when do I get something good? Why is this happening to me? And it was really something because I felt a lot. Even though I wasn't living in a tent in a park, I did feel like I wasn't getting traction in my life. You know, and I was 35 years old and no savings. You know, didn't own a home, and so it resonated with me. You know, you think like, hey, I talk to you. I feel like we have this relationship with God, and when do I get some help from you? You know, when is my life going to look better? And but it was that book that finally, I think, put my relationship with what I thought God was on the right level. You know, where we were where I was talking to God in a way that I understood and I felt understood at the same time. I felt like God understood me, and I felt like He was listening, that God was listening, whatever God is. And then shortly after that, I did start my business. It's a pretty interesting story. Maybe one of these days we'll talk about it. But I know that books can be a turning point.
You must read all the books of the Norman Vincent Peale.
Say that again.
Norman
Uh huh.
Norman Vincent Peale.
Norman Vincent.
Yes, Peale.
Spell it.
Look.
Peale.
Yep.
Whenever you hold a book up, just so you know that when you hold the book up to the screen, it's all flipped
I
backwards.
know. I know. I know. I
Okay.
know. Not a problem. But I trust that you can read that.
Yeah.
You must read this. Is about the most important thing. I like it this. So as I told you before,
Mm-hmm.
you are a person who believe in God.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because I told you from the first sentence that you had said about you cannot serve two masters.
Mm-hmm.
This is a very important. I know some religions who go and preach about this too, but it's good. Without God, many people say they don't know what is God. But if you remember Jean Blaise Pascal, if
Mm-mm.
God exists, no, if God do not exist and we believe in Him, we will not lose anything. But if
Mm-hmm.
Him exists and we do not believe, then we will lose everything.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I believe in God too. This is the idea, and it's very good to fight in life with the love for the God and for the God people. This is the most important thing.
Well, I'm always very aware. Like I pay close attention to the effects that the belief in God has on a person because it it's not always positive. It seems like, right? You have people who are terrified of God and their idea of what God is. And you see, I remember when I was going to church, I would see people in church who were looked like very unhappy, and there were people who were smiling and were very happy. And I've known people also in my life who believed in God, and they were not happy people. So it doesn't necessarily bring what I would consider a good qualities to somebody just to believe. You know, there's something else there
They
too.
must they must to understand. To believe in God without reading the Bible, I don't see it. No,
Well, I don't even know
to
how it's
be,
possible without that. You have to start there.
yeah, but I tell you, if we go now, I go with you in a church in my country, and if I ask something in the Bible, I doubt that 1% from the people from the church will know,
Hmm.
because this is the tradition.
Mm-hmm.
This is how it's supposed to be. And when you try to look, I wanted to be a priest, initially,
Mm-hmm.
but because of my questions of reading the Bible, the priest that needed to teach me decided that is not for me. I got too many questions. Come on, it's normal. But I read it and I tried many religions. I don't understand me. I don't jump to religion. I still got my religion that I was born. I just studied. I wanted to see how the people see
Mm-hmm.
religion in the Baptist from the, for example, Jehovah Witness,
Mm-hmm.
uh, the Saturday people, I don't know how to say, the people who celebrate the Saturday inside the
Jewish,
Sunday. No, no,
Jewish
no,
religion.
no,
Okay.
Adventist. Okay, something like
Mm-hmm.
this. They take only the Old Testament. So I was
Seventh Day
in,
Advent, I think.
yeah, exactly. Even
Mm-hmm.
I got Turkish friends. Of course, I asked them to teach me even the from the Muslim religion.
Mm-hmm.
I read books about the Buddha ways, everything. I wanted to understand, and mostly most of the religion teach you the same thing:
Mm-hmm.
to be a better person. So not matter what is the name. So that way, it is
Yeah.
amazing to see a person who, in the book that you read, really, it was like something moving in my heart. It was amazing.
Mm-hmm. You know, Noah, you're going to be probably not going to believe this, but I also wanted to be a priest when I was young.
Oh, but you said you bought a Harley.
I I also had a lot of questions and was asking lots of questions. So I was always active in my Sunday school, always active in my churches that I did go to. I had my own Bible study groups, and I also went to Bible study groups of my friends, and so those were some of those were Jehovah's Witness, some were Buddhists, and so I also got a mix, and I realized I could never be a priest before I was, 30 years old. I realized that that was not going to happen just because of what you said. I had too many questions. In fact, my questions always caused me problems within
I know.
each, yeah, each discipline because they don't, a lot of people don't like questions. They see it as like a heresy.
I had this issue on the computer hours when I because of the question I got only issues in my life. I know how it seems, but it's good to have questions because it means that you want to learn. So if you have any questions, if you don't have any question, it means that you have no interest, my opinion, about anything. This is how I
I
see.
can, and well, it's no surprise to me. I mean, this is one of the reasons why you have a highly satisfactory life. That's why you feel this way, is because you've got a large mix of disciplines that you stick to and that are meaningful to you, and those things have brought you people that are everything, your family, and it allows you to take care of them, teach them, and keep them safe. And so, for me too, my I take care of my family. Yes, I do feel obligated to do it, but the bigger part is that I do it because I want to, because it gives me
And you enjoy.
pleasure. Yeah, I
Exactly.
enjoy it,
Exactly.
you know? So, I mean, it means I don't need to go to the bar. I don't go anywhere. In fact, if I'm not at my shop, which is just about 50 steps over to the left, I'm at home.
Okay.
And I'm always with my family, So, and I'm the happiest that I've ever been, the most fulfilled.
Yeah, and for example, you said about you don't need to go to a bar when I want to party, I want to drink a glass of wine. I can go to my house, I invite people, and I stay there with my family.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Uh
mean,
huh.
because
Yeah.
the kids, you cannot be a father. And this is a strong idea that I tell to many of my friends who say, I want a kid. Okay, you don't want a kid. A kid is not an asset. When you have a kid, you must be responsible for that kid. You don't go to party to the 2, 3 a.m. because you
Yeah.
got a kid. You
Yeah.
don't go, I mean, they are women's, man. You don't go to drink as a mother and after you give breast to the kid. No, it's enough. When you have a kid, you had your enjoy time. Okay, you party time. Everyone has it.
Hmm.
I mean, own your own stuffs, man. And
Well, a
don't
lot of
give to the kid a phone. Don't give it to the kid a phone to just to escape the kid. If I give the phone to my daughter, they will destroy the phone. They'll say,
yeah,
"Yeah, will throw. Not good. Give me a book."
that yeah. My kids like to draw.
Yeah, my little daughter likes to draw, but I still don't understand what she's doing there.
Hmm.
And the only issue is that she like to draw the walls. And I painting every time.
Uh,
I hope she start with paper.
so you
But
have how many daughters do you have? Two
two,
and no
two as I know,
sons.
I don't know if I have sons. No, don't have, don't have.
Well, it's the same for me. I have two daughters and no sons.
Nice.
Hmm. My oldest daughter's 21
And the
and
lowest have nine. I
is
remember.
9. Yeah.
I don't
And
forget, man.
the 21-year-old, she's the boss. She's in charge of the business.
Very nice.
So she's going to be with it longer than I will. So I figured it was time to put her in charge a few years ago. And she wanted to do it. I thought she was going to go to college. And at the last minute, she backed out and said, I want to run the business. And I couldn't believe it. But
Very nice, really.
it was the language. Let me tell you, that was music to the soul, man.
No, I mean, my little daughter come to me and tell me, "Hey, father, what? Will you teach me to code? Just a little, just a little bit. Let me press." And I connect the MacBook. I open the terminal for her. I put the TV from this room and I give her a keyboard. This is her keyboard, which I give, and she
Uh-huh.
pressed this random numbers, and she is very happy, man. When she moves the mouse, she's it moves, something like. And she like very much, and is good because you let the kid. You are not. It means that you are not that type of parents who go to college, go to college, go to college. No, you must let the kids to do what they want.
Yeah, I'm not a big champion of college. It wasn't for me. I didn't need
Me
it.
either. Me either.
So
Me either. I don't have
yeah.
it.
Hmm. I felt like I'd rather, first of all, I felt like I would rather dig ditches than go to school. I wasn't afraid of hard work ever. And, I've been working since I was a young teen. So I'd rather work and make money than go to school.
I was at the college, but I give up after my second grade. I mean, I was there to learn something. They just keep me from my time. They just told me only stuff that I don't need, and I was like, "Hey, you will teach me this."
Hmm.
In the third year, we will study only the introduction. I don't want the introduction. I know the introduction. I want the advanced. No, okay. How I quit? You go to the okay. I go. I sign the papers. Bye bye.
Yeah.
And I stopped it. For what? I mean, I lost 8 hours per day plus the road. For what? Money. You know?
I came up with a course. I call it the young apprentice or junior apprentice. And I wrote to the Trump administration years ago to tell them about this idea. And here's the idea. In kindergarten, which is your first year of education, you're going to open up a business. It's part of your courses that you're going to take. So for an hour, you're going to concentrate every day on your business with the help of a retired business person in your community. And so these retired business people would go into the school and would help these children legally start a business in kindergarten and teach them how to build that business every day in every grade, all the way up until high school. So by the time you reach high school, you finish high school, you probably have a functional business, one that you could either go into right after your education or you could sell it. But
and start it
clearly,
over.
yeah, but clearly you would have, a much greater appreciation and ability to take care of yourself with all of these different disciplines that you would be learning throughout the year. And you would solve a number of problems. Like in my mind, a lot of older people that retired, they're not happy. And I thought, why not take some of these people who were business titans, or successful but retired, now help these new people get started and teach them the things that they need to do in order to run a successful business and put those people to work. And then you could have even competitions, with other schools on a local and national level, even on television. And I think it's a really great idea. I think it does something to kind of fill that void that you were talking about in the educational system, because you're spending 8 hours a day, but what are you really learning aside from your basic language skills and arithmetic?
This thing is a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
It will be amazing, but need to have people willing to teach
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
This is the hardest part.
I think I've done I've talked to a lot of older people in my life, and I get the sense that they don't feel useful, a lot of them. And I think that if they were given the opportunity to be used, to be needed, and that their
They
insights and
they will commit.
yeah, I think they would. I think there would be large numbers of people that would commit. Absolutely.
Yeah, this will be this idea, the little apprentice, what you call it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this will be like a dream became reality in
Yeah,
learning
because
system.
I mean, imagine yourself like, there's little Noahs and little Tonys all over the place, that are just getting started with life, but inside of them is a burning fire. It wants to be let loose. It wants to be put to work, and it wants to learn. It wants to achieve, and you just need to have people in your life that recognize those kinds of people and get started with them early.
About that, my little daughter every day came here into my office with a cleaning spray or something, and she starts cleaning the locket. And
Uh,
after she finished, she say, "Daddy, now you must pay me. I clean at your office." I, would- I believe she already started her business, clean
it
service.
sounds like it.
And the mirror, man, she washed the mirror. What are you doing? I'm cleaning. I make some money for my dolls. You know? Okay, yeah, she started something. That's why I was like laughing inside of me. Yeah, it's amazing. It will be nice.
Your kids and my kids, I think, um, the effects of our businesses, our entrepreneurism, these things are going to come through our children, and I think they're going to change them in very profound ways. Um, I didn't have. Like, I didn't have someone that was entrepreneurial in my household when I was growing up, and I think it would have made a big difference.
If I think past, yeah,
Hmm. And
for
so
me too.
I think your kids, this experiment is going to blow your mind. When you're my age, I think you're going to be awfully proud of your kids.
I'm every minute proud. But the thing is that I hope not be here anymore in Romania because I want. I by the way about Titano, I
Uh,
have a commitment for myself. Titano must buy me a house in Barcelona.
in Barcelona,
Yeah,
maybe you can host a party there when that happens.
of course. If I
And
do
so
that,
I'll
I will
come.
hold until that moment, just to remember.
I
So
will.
I will hold, and if we'll get a house in Barcelona, yeah, I will host like 10 parties. Not a problem.
Uh huh.
Yeah, because I can move there. I want to move there. If I sell properties here, I can move.
Hmm.
but I
Hmm.
want to move without selling anything, you know. So
Yeah.
if this will be, this is was the primary way, the reason why I entered into Titano. I said, okay, I will put this money. I want to see if this project will bring me a house in Barcelona,
Hmm.
and it's not
I
much.
well, I mean, I'll tell you what. If the price ever goes back to 20 cents or even 10 cents, I could buy a few homes in Barcelona.
I can buy two
Hmm.
on
So
20 cents at least. I can buy three, four
yeah.
if I we go back. Yeah, 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 yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah. It's like a house is like 800K.
Is that right? U.S.
800.
dollars?
Yeah.
Almost a million?
What the hell, bro? I want in the front line of the sea. I don't want. I want a nice
Phew.
view, bro.
That's a pretty big. That's a pretty expensive house.
Yeah, man. A house with land, with pool, with garden, with tennis. I mean,
Hmm.
if I, this is what I want there.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is my dream. I don't. You can buy 300K, 200K.
Uh-huh.
Of course, those will be cheap. I mean, everything or nothing, bro.
You want it all.
Yeah, and Titano will offer in maximum one. Look, I already told to my parents, my wife parents, to everyone that I know that next year I gonna move to Barcelona.
Hmm.
I gonna buy a house there. So that's why I'm still holding. I'm not. I have no worries. Titano will buy me next year a house in Barcelona.
I hope it does.
It will.
What other projects are you in? Are you in anything else? Anything else that you are in that you don't have to be like bullish on it or anything like that, but are you locked into some other things too?
Yeah, yeah. I'm in a many project. I am a
Hmm.
cryptomaniac. I'm
How
in
about how about drip?
tell Drip. I am in Drip network, of
Uh huh.
course.
What do you think about that?
What I'm thinking about Drip, they need to give some utility because that animal farm and manure farm is only
Didn't do
for
what he thought
farm.
it would do.
Yeah,
Hmm.
uh, it's true. People say that is a Ponzi stuff like this, but what I like on the Drip is the lockdown of the liquidity that you invest.
Hmm.
That I love. And look, even at this price, Drip generate me like $180 per day. So
Hmm.
for me, Drip is good.
Yeah,
I
I have 12 drip accounts.
I have eight and eight wallets on Titano.
Eight
Same
wallets
thing.
in Titano. Nice.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I am in. You are only on this kind of project, the staking and stuff like this.
Yeah, pretty much like liquidity pools and things like that. So I don't know if you're familiar with osmosis, but I'm into that
No,
also. Uh huh.
no. I am on
It's.
Helium. If you know
Hmm.
Helium,
Yeah.
I got like 12 hotspots. I made quite an amount of money with Helium, but I'm still dedicated to them because the Microsoft partnership, a lot of things will change with HIP 39 when they will increase the supply.
Hmm.
After that will come the halving. I don't know if the Microsoft finishes that program that they starting to use for the blockchain. I don't know if now they are starting to use a program to read body data for the cryptocurrency.
No, I didn't.
Even the eyes. I
Hmm.
don't know if eyes, but the cerebral waves,
Hmm.
everything like this, and it's amazing that will work on the helium too when it will be started. They will start now the 5G implementation. So I don't know if many, but I know two cellular provider who will join the network. So I'm bullish on that.
Hmm.
I was on Planet Watch. I don't know if you know the where the I'm grateful I sold on time. I the machines you have like big small hotspots.
Mm-hmm.
They show you the quality of the air in your room are very good because I know how to have how when to vent the room to the kids, but that's it. I don't see that project higher. Caloran, if you know,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not bullish. I'm not bullish about this project, honestly. I don't see this project more than 3 months. But at this particular point, I get my risk out.
Right.
I mean, I was even on. Imagine I was even on Titano forks who are dead now, some of them, and I have no problem with the Ponzi with the
Yeah.
every how the guys call. No, 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 no. The only problem is you need to control one peer, second grid. Why people lose on Ponzi stuffs? Because they are becoming too greedy. If you have a purpose in your mind, for example, I was to the project, I will not. I will say Fomomatic was the project was is a big rug pull, a big Ponzi.
Mm-hmm.
That project open every year and make the same thing, and the people invest and lose money again and again. I don't understand why. The same people, I mean, the same people. They invest and I don't know. Maybe this is a hobby. And I joined the project. I knew that was a rug pull, but I knew that the project resist. I studied the past opening. 5 days until the rug pull. In
It
the
lasted
third
five
day,
days.
yeah, 5 days, bro.
Mm-hmm.
5 days. Damn, 5 days. In the third day, I took profit like from $500, 6K.
Mm-hmm.
3 days. I was fine. After that, I checked people on the Telegram crying about the rug. Why you stay? I mean, you knew
Mm-hmm.
what you sold that money. I mean, when I look at on the money, I said, hey, $500, 6K, 3 days is good. If I keep more, I will have 12K, 80K. Every time go with 6K, something like this. But why to risk? And this is another factor.
I find it funny that people still refer to Titano as a rug pull, and I think about my gosh, it's crazy.
Yeah,
Those things
look,
happen
they,
like within
they say,
days to weeks.
yeah, man, but they say that will die. Look, they are. Look at Bitcoin, man. Look, you have account on Medium,
Mm-hmm.
Medium. You
Yeah.
have account.
Yep.
Did you saw the guy who said that the biggest rug pull from the history, Bitcoin, Ponzi? Look, when the price is up, everyone is happy.
Yep.
If the price go down, everything is rug pull.
Yeah. It's the
I
same
made the
thing.
joke. When?
In this our Discord is the same way.
Yeah.
The
Look,
second,
even with my wife, my marriage is a rug pull when my wife is nervous. Come on. When
uh,
she's happy, I am like hashtag Lambo, because
yep.
so no, no, no. I don't know. Try Tor nodes. Did you try
What is it?
Tor?
Oh, Thor. No, I haven't.
Yeah. When introduced me, sometimes him told me. I asked him what you say, what you know about that. Hey, they are nice. I make some money with them, and I join it. It's a nice project. I don't know. I'm not bullish. Look, I'm not bullish and bearish because every decision that I make is based on my money. I can decide on my own money. I will never decide on other people, but our project that will work. And the majority that I keep my money are blockchains.
Mm-hmm.
Blockchains primary like Polkadot,
Yeah.
Polygon, Solana, Ethereum,
It's crazy.
Binance.
It's crazy to look at their prices now. Mamma mia.
Why?
Well, because when I came in to crypto, we were already in the middle of a bull run. So I never saw this before.
I bought in 2020 when the pandemic came. The That short beer I bought like $120 Ethereum. This was the
120
price
bucks.
of. Yeah, yeah,
God,
yeah, yeah.
wow.
So I'm relaxed. I mean, I sold Solana. I bought like at 20 cents, something like this.
Uh-huh.
And
I,
trust
I,
me, I didn't buy one. I
I
didn't buy
wonder.
one.
Let me see. I'm just curious what Solana's up to right now.
40?
Is it 40 cents?
No, $40.
Oh, okay. Really?
Come on,
Huh.
man, was 240 before this beer market.
Let's see. Wonder-
Sol, what is the price?
I'm trying to find it right now.
Just a second, I tell you in a second.
My my computer. There we go.
Not a problem.
Uh,
Okay, is 39
yeah, 40.
dot 71,
Mm-hmm.
40 almost.
Yeah.
And was
Wow.
240 and I bought like I believe 500 total. I need to check my ledger. 500
Uh-huh.
Sol I bought with 20 cents. I didn't buy much. I didn't know about this. Algorand,
Yeah.
for
Algorand.
example.
Uh-huh.
I come on, bro. I have like I believe I have 20 or 30K Algorand. Still good. I mine those. I mine it. I mean, there are many good opportunities. For example, for example, on helium, I mined in 2020 when the pandemic came, like 20, 30 helium per hotspot
Mm-hmm.
per day. 20, 30 per day. For hotspot was in the first was like 80, 120 helium, and I sold after 1 year. I mean, I sold before too. I didn't keep everything. I was like 50%. I keep it, but I had like 1K helium
Mm-hmm.
or 10K, no 10K helium, and I sold it for $48 each.
And is it the HNT? Is that
Yeah,
the number? So it's at like $10.76 right now.
now,
Yeah.
and but I'm still doing enough.
Which one are you the most or which one do you think you have the most optimism with? Is it Titano?
I
Or do you have
stated that
some
yes, yes, but is Titano and helium in the same place?
in the same?
I cannot say Titano more than helium, and at this particular point, in
Mhm.
5 years, Polkadot.
Yeah.
In
Well,
five
I
years,
haven't I
Polkadot.
have not taken a look at helium, but I will now.
You need this. Bobcat miner, but when you buy, just be sure that you check to have US frequency because you have another frequency. But if you buy a hotspot, I
Uh-huh.
strongly advise you, as a one who already have 6K blocked in more hotspots, do not order from the website and buy from someone else. Even if you pay double the price on the hotspot, you will not wait 6 months, eight
Oh,
months, 1 year to come.
what's the name on that box?
Bobcat.
Bobcat.
I type you on the Discord. Bobcat, yeah. Bobcat.
Mm-hmm. Got it.
300. You can buy a sense cap too, but if you buy a sense cap, go with 8 giga. I mean, are a lot of things. Are a lot of things here in this
Mm-hmm.
space in crypto. And I'm working on everything. For example, is if you have a computer and you have one unit space on your hard drive, let's say you have one extra tera, you can rent and you can earn crypto for one tera free space.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I will send you some project just to read it after, because I believe tomorrow, because after I will go straight to sleep. My eyes is are so little. But I will send you a link. What things that you can do from home without going like DeFi, without risking anything. I mean, you have the machine. At least you know that
Yeah.
you will have a ROI. The ROI on a Bobcat now at this current price. This is how it works. You stay at house?
Oh yeah, all the time.
No, you have house or apartment.
House.
House, very good. You put the antenna on a pipe, 12 meters, good as new. And you can take the return in 6, 7 months at this current price.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. No, I've never heard of
Yeah,
that, so I'll definitely take a look at it.
I will, tomorrow you will find a bunch of messages from
Okay,
and just
good.
read and interest everything. Okay?
Well, we have approached that magical time generally where we ended here at we're already at
Yeah,
2 hours and 21 minutes.
yeah. I will go to sleep. I will gladly stay with you more, but I still need to wake up in 3 hours.
Well, I'm gonna be putting together something called a round table. And
Okay.
it's going to be a group of guys from the Discord, and we're just going to kind of sit around and talk about crypto and stuff. And so I would love to have you on there, and if we can all
About the future of
coordinate.
the crypto.
Yeah, everything, whatever. No topic is off the table.
Very good. Then I can make my notes to bring you with real facts,
Yes. All right, my friend.
because
Well,
I
listen,
study a lot about this.
I appreciate you making time. We finally got this to work. We tried it a few times, and we finally nailed it down today.
Yeah, I was really busy to finish the apartments to be ready
Good.
to. I mean, imagine everything is done by myself.
Yeah.
I don't pay people. I don't trust people. I work myself.
Well, thank you
So
for
it's good.
finding time in your busy schedule. I appreciate it.
Not a problem. I really enjoyed the talk with you. You are a great person, and hope to hear you more from you in the future.
You will. All right, my friend. I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna tie it in a bow and then put it up on YouTube here in the next couple of
Not a
hours.
problem, bro. Not a problem. Take care. Enjoy your day.
Thank you.
Nice to hear you.
Thank you, sir. Take
See you,
care
mate.
and tell your family I said hello.
I will say, and you say the same to your family. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Good night,
All right.
man.
Good night.